There's a big old flamingo in great condition. He's never been damaged. Or she.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the front porch, the chilly front porch of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. I should have gotten out here earlier. But time escaped. It's 3:45 and I don't have much sunlight left. That's okay, I've got a little spotlight shining right over there. So hopefully my beautiful crystal glass will sparkle for you. But you know, before we get to that, this is a review of things that I purchased in the last couple of days, mostly yesterday at various thrift shops. And so a couple of the things you already saw out in the car, such as the mid-century era sandwich pattern piece here by Anchor Hocking with its lid. And I still have to go into the basement and take full inventory of the pieces that I've got so that I'm not duplicating. Oh, I might have to do this. It's just I haven't winterized the porch yet, and so the winterizing the porch the old-fashioned way, pulling out all the screens, going down into the basement, dragging up the storm windows. But that's the way it was done in those days. If I had a whole bunch of discretionary income, I'd redo this porch and have all new windows put in where we wouldn't have to do all that trading out. But it's okay. It's sort of one of those fun seasonal things that you have to do each year. Do any of you have screens like that? You actually have to take the screens out. But look at the pretty crystal glass bowl. I don't know, we're starting to get a little bit, I just looked at my watch because I don't know if you can hear. I've timed myself to all the trains, and when I always look at my watch, and that's the 4:50 as it's going through one of the tracks are right behind me. That train is on its way to New York City. So anyway, it's a commuter train. Now I hope you could hear it. So isn't this beautiful? This is in really good condition too. I always want to try to buy, I don't have anything against the Czechoslovakian pieces, but I prefer to buy the antique American EAPG pieces when I can find them. Sometimes I make mistakes. It's easy to do. Oh, I have to tell you, it went and I got up in the attic yesterday, finally, and brought all my winter clothing down. Do you guys have to do that? We always did that as a kid. Our winter clothing was always in the attic. And each fall, my mother would go up and bring it down. Now I've got helicopters. Hold on for a second. And the school bus dropping off the late kids. Okay. Oh, almost threw that at you. I love that decorative plate with the pheasant on there. Isn't it pretty? This is a decal, not hand-painted, for decorative purposes, but it's actually bone china. I can see my fingers through it. The back stamp was smudged during production. We can't see it quite all right. I think I'll decorate with that before it's too late. And I've already done some cleaning on this. I didn't want to clean it up too much, but I did about as much as I want to do. And this is that wonderful, I still can't find a Hallmark on here anywhere, and I have looked everywhere. I haven't Google imaged it or anything like that. And I guess I have some silver plate books in there I can look at later. But look at these wonderful lions' heads. See? There goes the train through the next town. That's taking commuters from Philadelphia back to New York City. But yeah, I can't find a mark on it anywhere. It's all engraved on the inside of it. I guess it was meant for bread. And I'd have to put this as because of the quality of it. I guess I would put it as maybe a late Victorian into the turn of the century, but I'm not much on silver plate. But this one was unique, well done, very old, and I had to have it. And now I do. All right, you get right there. Didn't know it, but I know it now. That's a big anchor hocking ice bucket. Probably from the 40s, 50s, something like that. We don't have to put a mixing bowl out on the table this year with ice cubes in it and a tea towel over it. We've got a big old ice bucket. I love that. That's probably going to be for sale too. You know how it goes. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Did it get chilly where you live? Oh, that's good. You didn't see this. I love it. Mid-century. You'll hear a lot of train whistles now, as there are more than them. There's the commuter trains from Philadelphia into New Jersey. That's the local trains, and that's just right over here as well. And then behind me are the high-speed trains that take commuters from Philly up to New York and Boston. And okay, so I love that. This one is, let's do the glass first because we don't have much sunlight left. There's a big old Fenton. Oh no, what did Fenton call that? Colonial. They called it colonial something, and now I don't remember. Oh well. Unmarked Fenton. I think 50s, maybe 50s and 60s. So that really is a pretty color when there's sun coming through it, when there's extra light. I'm losing my light out here, so it's not getting quite. And I have been saying liquid honey for years and years and years. So I'm going to keep saying the phrase that I don't know how I came up with that, but I don't know, just years and years and years ago, I said, oh my goodness. I think it clicked when I didn't like amber, and then all of a sudden I found a piece that looked like liquid honey. So a lot of times you'll hear me say that. Get that up there. Now these, I think I showed you the Fry glass steak plate. Love it. Fry glass. I think there are 6 of these little trays with little colonial people on them. Just little individual, tiny little, they're all in good shape. You can't get much on it. I don't know, you put a cookie on it? We'll put that over there. We'll do that last. We did that. You saw this. I mean, anytime I can get a nice piece of haul, and this is an unusual, well, not unusual. This is a little harder to find, this particular shape. There just aren't as many of them out there. And of course, Hall is always clearly marked on the bottom, and it has that the colors that we expect from Hall. These soft 40s and 50s pastels. It's really nice looking. And I'll decorate with that next Easter time. There's a big old flamingo in great condition. He's never been damaged. Or she. Nice and tall. That's a good 10-inch tall flamingo. and it retains its tag. Japan. Empress, I think. Yeah, see? So, I know we have flamingo collectors. We did those. Pretty pair of glass candlesticks with a very delicate silver overlay pattern. Most of that has tarnished and almost turned black, as you can see, but that is silver, and that can come up if you'd like it to, or you can leave them like that, of course. Okay, and we did that. Two more things to do. This will be the last thing we'll do. That'll be fun. Look at this. That's the real thing. I'm gonna go have to go out and get myself some coffee beans, and we'll see if we can grind them up. Most of the old sticker there, the label has come off of this antique grinder, but there was enough of it for me to know that it was a colonial, and then I think it's Wrightsville Hardware Company. Now I know there's a Wrightsville in North Carolina. There's probably a Wrightsville in every state of the country. It doesn't say North Carolina on this, so I don't know that it's that Wrightsville, and I didn't Google it. But that's probably turn of the century, at least 1890s to 1910, and it's all there. I don't know if you can see where the coffee beans go down inside and grind away. Oh my gosh, it still smells like, of course it would. And then you've got enough beans. This little lip of wood broke off in the front and it was glued back on. That little lip in the back broke off and is gone. And that looks like a pretty fresh break. That might have even happened when it was being donated at the Goodwill store, but the front of it looks fantastic. So we're gonna grind our own coffee beans soon. I don't know when. Okay, right now we're not, because I don't have any. And then the last thing I'll show you, and we'll just take a fun look at this for a hot minute. Before I hold it up, let me find my copyright date. This belonged to Mrs. Helen somebody. It's always a Helen, isn't that a wonderful name? I had a great Aunt Helen, you did too. Copyright 1963. Copyright 1963. This isn't the one that I grew up with. Was it the Better Homes and Gardens or the Good Housekeeping? You know the cookbook that I'm talking about with the red and white checker on it. That's the one my mother was given probably during 4-H. She still uses it. Those torn and stained pages. How many years? 65 years? 60 years at least? But this one is the Pillsbury Family Cookbook that some of you may have grown up with, or mothers may have had. Don't you love these old cookbooks? And they've got to be, they have to have mustard and ketchup splattered on them. You've got to open it up and little bits of cardamom and paprika falls out. It just has to be that way. Little things that your mother sort of stuck in there that didn't actually come with the book. All of the stains from the little fingers that have been touching this. Cookie know-how. This is going to be a fun book for somebody to have, especially if you remember this. Oh, let's look at the pies. What can we have? We can have, let's just look at them. Some of you now are remembering standing at the kitchen and helping your mother, or maybe your father was the one who did the cooking. I know that on my father's side, oh, look at that piece of meat. On my, I made a ham last night. I happen to know that on my father's side, it was my grandfather who did a lot of the cooking and a lot of baking as well. You see, he had been trained in the 1930s as a cook for the Navy. He joined the Navy in 1936 and was in the Navy for 4 years. I'm sorry, he was in the Army for 4 years. When he came out in 1940, he had an apartment in Manhattan and he was a bartender. And then he went back into the service after we were attacked at Pearl Harbor. And at that time, he joined the Navy and was in for another 4 years as a cook. So my grandfather actually did a lot of the baking and cooking. That's the reason why I didn't want to just say girls, because boys can too. Look at that. Okay, so anyway. That's probably going to be up for sale at my next ephemera sale, the Unbreakables sale with Patrick the Trusty Huckster. And that won't be this coming Monday night. That'll be the next Monday night. This Monday night, this coming Monday night, will be my Christmas glass live sale. Now, I have already put up a preview for that, and that preview went up the day before yesterday. So it's right there for you to see if you haven't seen it yet, and you'll know exactly what's going to be for sale next Monday night. So this will be the Monday night after that. Remember, there's something going on every Monday night at 8 o'clock with the Old Curiosity Shop. So if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll maybe consider to do that. I am going to try to pump out one video per day between now and Christmas. Some days I might just be sitting out here reading the mail and drinking hot coffee. I don't know, but I'm going to try, so that for those of you who may be spending the holiday season by yourself, I know that not everybody has big families to get together with. Not everybody has plans or anywhere to go. And this time of the year can be difficult for some folks. I realize that. It gets dark and gloomy. Fa-la-la, deck the halls, and you're just not feeling it. Okay. Hey, come and hang out with the Old Curiosity Shop every day. I'm going to try. Now, I might have to put some reruns in once in a while, but I'll see if I can have something new for you every day between now and even Christmas Day. All right. Until I see you next, thanks for watching. What was your favorite item tonight? Should we flip through here and find something to bake? That sounds like a good idea. I think that's what I'll do. I'll see you the next time, and until then, wait for the cat. So long for now.